Hello, hello, hello. It's Sharon Weller here from Perth, Australia, and I hope everybody's had a wonderful day today. It's been awfully nice and it's been quite warm outside. So I have a topic in mind, but I've kind of changed it in the last half hour, which is totally fine. Now, this morning, I missed Randy's live, by the way, but that's okay. I caught the replay. But by the time I came on, which was about 7 a.m. Perth time, I was able to catch quite a few live broadcasts, and each one was stronger than the one before. So, and in depth. I really, really, really like those. It was quite touching. And I put some comments on their in the chat room. So because a couple of them, they touched, I had a brief glimpse into their personal life, how they were trying to interact their personal life to what they were going to talk about, their topic today, which was what I was going to do. But halfway through the day, posts were coming through, and especially one area which is like a very favourite area of mine, and that would be PNG. And so I want to talk about that today. And the best way to do it is to show you what I have received. But leading up to that, those posts, it was, in a sense, it was sad. But PNG has embraced the TBC so well, so fast. So in saying that, okay, I'm going to stop myself there, otherwise I'm going to give the whole show away. And I'm going to share my screen and we'll get straight into it. I share my screen lots of times and I still forget how to do it. So, okay. Now, all right, I'll get rid of Rod Stewart. I'll get rid of me. And this is what I'm going to talk about. Now, President Michael Elu put this post up this morning. Well, actually, it was mid-morning, so, and he's probably already spoken about it, but we're going to speak about it, but have my version on it. And it's about 800. Oh, the fish works was laying off 800. It's not actually 800 lose their jobs. It's 849. So they were retrenching people. Not only that, the company was closing down and packing up, moving out. They were an American-based company. It cost $45 million to go into there, but it's like, to PNG, it's like treble the amount to 135,000 is what they lost. So it says 800 lose their jobs. Now, sad truth, Feel for the victims. Our kina value has depreciated, and continuous increase in prices of goods and services has cost our jobs, our freedom, and, okay, we'll see more, freedom and future. Investors are departing our shores because they can't make profits. The business environment in PNG is no longer conducive. Is it really? We hope to have a lot of PNGians join TBC. There we go. So we can build a stronger community and economy around our TBC coin, surviving interdependently on one another within country and global community. May our TBC be the hope for a better future. God bless PNG. Now, they had a sad moment. It was a global moment because it was an American company, so that's international. They pull out, depart, and according to what's written in their national weekend, it looked like they were going to leave the PNG people in the lurch. Now, here is the actual story from the national weekend. So, more than 800 workers, so it's more than 800, at the tuna processor in Lai have been laid off as the plant moves to cease its operation in the country, according to the PNG Fishing Industry Association. It's their prerogative. If they want to close down shop, lay off people, and then move back overseas, it's the company's prerogative or the owner's prerogative. The association, on behalf of the Philippine-owned Film Frabel, PNG Limited, distributed the final pay to the 849 workers on April the 27th. So they're probably all off now. The association said another fish plant in Lai, Majestic Seafood Limited, had closed its door and was on sale for $45 million, or 135 million kina, which is the national currency of PNG. Questions sent to the National Fisheries Authority and Fisheries Minister Patrick Basa this week have not been responded to. Any wonder? He's probably packed up and gone. Association Executive Officer Jonathan Maeva, in a statement, said on April 27th, the first batch of 849 employees, mostly residents of Lai, were paid their final retrenchment package and vacated the premises. It is sad to see the livelihood support of the employees cut off just like that due to the harsh economic reality, coupled by a suppressive and depressive government policy. He said, sorry about that, my husband forgets I'm here. One moment. Okay, he said the informal sector vendors who normally earns their income from about employees will disappear at the snap of a finger. The way the economy is at the moment, anything is possible. Whole departments disappear overnight. So with what's happened in PNG with the fishing sector, anything is possible. Sad occasion to witness the industry's focus and effort to grow employment through local participation destroyed by a sudden change of policy direction. Now, with what's happening in the world today, especially the economic factor, with what's happening, I know Australia is just hanging by a good thread, but with what's going in the government itself, now the economy is one thing, the government is another. Okay, the government is shakier than the economy at the moment. And that is what's going on in every country. I don't even want to go near the US because right now they're destructive within themselves. But in the southern hemisphere, that's Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Now, those three main sectors and any island that's in between are faring a lot better than the northern hemisphere. I wouldn't say that they are out of the woods, because remember, everything was based on the US dollar. And that was before the Federal Reserve stopped bailing out all banks. Every dollar was based on the US dollar at its strongest. But that is now no more. So, panic stations, or is it? In the case of PNG, it depends how you look at it, because I'll show you something in a minute. PNG was going for 800 people had been retrenched. That's a big number, okay? But they already had the solution, which they had already embraced, and it was already in circulation. So on one hand, a big fishing company has gone offshore, returned to wherever, and then you've got 800 unemployed people. Now, I would guarantee amongst those 849 people, there would be some of them in that lot that were TBCians. There are 72,401 TBC members in Papua New Guinea today. That's a lot of members for a very little island or little country. And these are practicing members. They opened their first grocery store, and the shelves are stockpiled. And we saw the pictures. Men were walking out with their bags of groceries in both hands, all paid for by the TBC coin. So, yes, it's sad. 849 people had lost their jobs. They have lost their jobs. They can replace their dollar, their kina, I hope I'm saying that correctly, their money, which is the kina they used, with the TBC coin, which is valued so high, up against their kina, which is there, but struggling at the moment. So really, when you compare the two, have they really lost that much? In dollar factor, when you've got the kina up against the TBC coin, No, they have gained in value. They have lost their jobs, their livelihood. But have they? Now, in saying that, I have been watching what's been going on in PNG, because out of all the southern hemisphere countries, PNG has embraced it, as well as the Philippines. But PNG has fully embraced, actually both countries have, Philippines and PNG, have fully embraced the TBC coin. Now, in saying that, Australia, that have dealings within PNG, small, yes, regardless, they still have dealings. Now, I can promise you that the member for the MP for Australia in PNG is aware of the TBC coin, but is not going public. So this is like the test country, because it's on a smaller scale. The Philippines was, they have, again, two. Now you've got two countries in the southern hemisphere. Don't count Australia and New Zealand. Now, why I say those two, because they're classed as first world countries. First world countries are harder to embrace a coin, because as far as they're concerned, they're still in that mode of the dollar is going to hang around. Oh, not hang around. The dollar is in circulation, so nothing is going to stop that. But when you have a country like PNG that had already embraced peer-to-peer trading before TBC came into circulation, and once members of the community embraced, sorry, I've got a real bad tickle in my throat. Once PNG citizens embraced TBC, they, along with all previous countries like Philippines, like Nigeria, parts of South Africa, utilised the TBC coin. They were able to adapt straight away, because they had already been, they already knew how to do peer-to-peer trading. So embracing the TBC coin just replaced whatever they were trading with, whether it was beads, shells, or whatever. They just replaced that, those items, with the TBC coin. Now, in Australia and New Zealand, it's harder to embrace the TBC coin with the dollar, even though there's a huge wealth difference between the two, because these two countries, okay, I'll just talk about Australia. Australia has always been institutionalised with government sector, with the banking sector, with the tax department sector, and anybody else who can get their grubby little hands on pieces of the dollar. So Are people, and we have 24 million, 24 million people in Australia. Are they going to embrace the TBC coin? Now, I'll tell you who will, and I'll tell you who won't. Middle to high income, maybe. Low to non-existent income, about 80% will. The other 20% will still hang on to the idea that social welfare will take care of them. We already know the road that social welfare is going to go down. I don't even know if they have a social welfare system in PNG. So, as for the high end of the elite, the super wealthy of Australia, and they're all into mining. The filthy rich of Australia are all into mining, except Packer. He's into cassette phones. So, now my challenge is to spread the word of TBCs to to the normal Australian. Now, but I'm going at it from another angle. It's hey, in the last 10 years, they weren't even recognised as citizens of their own country. But I will go and target them before I target the others. And they are the Indigenous people of Australia. Okay. So, like PNG, but unlike PNG, PNG is going to take off with TBC coin because they can embrace it. They've done it for years. They're just going to replace the beads and whatever, and the kina, which is really, really, really low in value, with TBC coin, which is so high. It's it brings real good value to any TBCN out there. So when I saw this post here, 800 lose their jobs. Okay, you can't see it on this, but the original post, there was lots of sadness comments coming through from the people of PNG. And that is to be expected because they would be closely related to the 849 members, or they could have been the members that had lost their livelihood. But my comment to them was, it is a sad day, indeed. Or is it? Replace the kina, which you already have, and embrace TBC wholeheartedly. And then about 30 seconds later, then the posts come rolling in. And then it went from sadness to embracement. Spread the word. TBC. Let's all join TBC. Obviously, those members had were, obviously those people weren't members, but then it soon caught on. Yeah, I felt I felt for those people that were retrenched. I know what it's like to be retrenched. It's not nice, especially when you totally depend on that income. But you know what was the saddest part? I had to depend on it. And that was the sickening part. I won't depend on any wealth. I went into semi-retirement. So I will never, ever depend on a weekly income again. Now, that I know the people of PNG, through the guidance of President Michael Elu, he will guide his people. He is a brilliant leader, and he will guide his Papua New Guineans, and they will come out of this situation a whole lot better. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. So I don't feel sorry for them, because that happened on the 27th of April, I think it was, when the last person received their retrenchment pay. So a couple of, well, it's been nearly, a couple of good weeks have gone by. So, and then the paper has just announced it. That's how they do things. No. The Papua New Guineans, they're going to be fine. Now, the challenge to us is carry on, follow their footsteps, and spread the word of TBC. There is so much going on out there, and there is a lot going out there. I wish I had more time. But one thing that TBC, more importantly, the blog has taught me, it's opened my eyes to places I would never have gone to before. In other words, when this coin was purposely set up to bring abundance, yes, to keep mankind out of poverty, yes. So you got Australia, New Zealand, and United States, and parts of Europe are considered first world countries, right? Then you got the other countries that are considered third world countries. So where am I going with this? Hang on a minute, I lost my thought of my training of thought just for a moment there. But what I am saying is, with the blog that kept bringing out all these posts about the elite, the coin and the elite. Okay, how do we bring the elite down? Obviously by the coin. And that is when they kept on saying that we are going to have 1 million, what was it, 1 million billionaires and 1 billion millionaires. We will come out, we're going to come at the elite from another angle. We're going to flood the world with TBC coins. We're actually going to knock the elite off their pedestal. Can we do it? Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. You know why? Because Our TBC coin is backed by gold. The elite have been hoarding gold for so long. They think they've got all the gold. They do not. We've got some of it too. And that's how we are going to come at the elite. Lift mankind and turn the tables on the elite. They will not be, pulling our strings anymore like a marionette. We're the puppets. So what's happened today, when I first saw that post about PNG, I was sad for all of 5 seconds, and then I thought, no, I'm not going to be sad for PNG. Those people are going to take care of themselves. They're already trading. The country has totally embraced TBC. They're doing what I want to do. Okay. So I could talk on, but I want to catch the next person who's after me. So this is what we should, not what we should do. This is what we're doing, okay? Every TBC member is doing it right now, especially the broadcasters, especially the followers, especially the builders, and sometimes as a leader myself, I feel flat. But when I go and listen to another broadcaster, it uplifts me. And listening to Randy's broadcasts, it's 1:30 every morning in Perth time, but I try and make it to most of it. But we as broadcasters, we need that little bit of picking up, for a better word to say. Anyway, this is Sharon Weller from Perth, Australia. Same time tomorrow, different topic. Okay, bye for now.